More than 10,000 years ago, giant shadows moved across the frozen plains of Earth. This was an age of ice, where only the strongest survived. Towering over humans, covered in thick fur and armed with massive curved tusks, woolly mammoths ruled the Ice Age. They were the undisputed kings of the North. But behind their enormous size was a harsh daily battle for survival. Every step was a challenge against the elements. Welcome to the world of the giants. If you enjoy discovering the lost worlds of prehistoric Earth, subscribe to join our journey through time as we uncover the secrets of the Ice Age. Chapter 1. The World of the Woolly Mammoths. This was the Mammoth Steppe, a cold, dry ecosystem that spanned from Europe to North America, a world that no longer exists. Equipped with a dual-layer coat and a thick layer of fat, these titans were perfectly engineered for the deep freeze. Even their small ears were an adaptation to save heat. Chapter 2. Life inside the herd. Led by a wise matriarch, these herds were built on deep family bonds, much like modern elephants. The matriarch held the map of the world in her mind. For a mammoth, family wasn't just about company. It was the difference between life and death. The herd was a fortress of flesh and bone. Chapter 3. Daily survival. An adult mammoth needed to eat over 400 pounds of vegetation every single day, even in the dead of winter. Finding food was a full-time job. Migration was constant. They traveled thousands of miles in search of food, following ancient paths etched into their memory across generations. Chapter 4. Predators and storms. Nature was their first enemy. A single blizzard could separate a calf from the herd forever, a death sentence in this climate. But they weren't alone. Predators like the saber-toothed smilodon and cave lions were always watching, waiting for a moment of weakness or a straying youngster. A full-grown mammoth was nearly invincible, but the young and the old were constant targets in the brutal Ice Age hierarchy. Defense was a collective effort. Every day was a victory. If you're finding this look into their lives fascinating, hit the like button to help us share their story with the world. Chapter 5. Human Hunters. As the climate began to shift, a new predator arrived. Humans, armed with tools, fire, and a level of strategy the mammoths had never seen. We didn't just hunt them for meat. We used their bones for shelter, their fur for warmth, and their tusks for the very first pieces of human art. Their lives sustained ours. Chapter 6. The Beginning of the End. But it wasn't just hunting. The world was warming. The vast grasslands were vanishing, replaced by forests that the mammoths couldn't navigate. Chapter 7. Extinction. Isolated and shrinking in numbers, the last mammoths survived on remote islands, thousands of years after the Ice Age had officially ended. By 4,000 years ago, while the pyramids were being built in Egypt, the last woolly mammoth took its final breath. Silence fell over the tundra. A species was gone. Final reflection. Could they return? Today, science is racing to bring them back through genetic engineering and the recovery of ancient DNA. But if we bring them back, do we have a place for them in a world that has moved on? That remains the ultimate question for our generation. The woolly mammoth may be gone, but its legacy as the king of the Ice Age remains etched in the earth itself. They live on in our history and our curiosity. Thank you for watching this journey through time. Subscribe and click the bell icon to never miss our cinematic explorations of Earth's greatest mysteries.